Unfortunately, I'm starting to find that other races of women are simply more pleasant. And really, that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. Why is it if a man is walking down the street, especially a black man, he sees a black woman, or especially a young black woman, and he says hello, how you doing, good morning, or whatever catchphrase that you may want to use, many times they'll give you a dirty look or say something like hi, or won't even speak back at all. Now, of course, this isn't all black women, but many of them carry it this way. Once again, I'll say not all of them do, and typically the majority of older black women, typically over the hill or something, they have no qualms of speaking, and especially like old ladies love speaking to them because they love it when younger people give them the respect that they deserve for being on the earth for so many years. No, unless in light of there, I just want to talk about this subject a little bit because I just find it amazing, because it's like with white women or some women of other races, but I'll mainly talk about white women. Why is it when you speak to them, they'll at least speak back? And most of the time, you're not trying to holler at that white woman or anything. It's just being pleasant or using pleasantries. But I do notice that in the workplace or many other places, there's this tension between black men and women. And it's not even necessary. I mean, people can't just simply be cordial to each other. As a black man myself, and in the experiences of many other black men, experience a lot of unnecessary attitude, and I'm trying to figure out why that is. Maybe it's because some other black man fucked you over, or having a bad day. All of us have bad days, not just black women. Trust me. What is it exactly? Why is it that if a black man speaks to you, you think he's trying to get in your pants? And that's not even the case. A lot of times the woman is ugly as hell, and you wouldn't even touch her, but you're just saying hello. Wow, I don't know where this arrogance comes from. Especially if you're in an area where it's like all black people. It's like the women there, they act as though they're the only women that a black man has access to or something like that. And then they have all the little ghetto guys trying to chase after them all the time. So I would assume that this is at least part of the reason why they take this negative attitude as far as men trying to just randomly speak to them or something like that. And for all of the black unity and all this other black nationalist bullshit that we like to pump out, we can't even speak to each other without thinking that the other sex has some kind of ulterior motive, especially the men, without thinking the men have some kind of ulterior motive or something like that. That is, that's something else. And for these reasons, I'm starting to think that much of the black nationalism was just bullshit. 100%. I mean, look at the crime and shit. You go into the hood or ghetto or whatever, everybody's like adversarial towards each other. It doesn't matter if I'm in NYC, Philadelphia, Baltimore, New York. Y'all said that already, right? Chicago, Los Angeles. I've been to them all, and the black folk are like so adversarial. The places where I have found black people to be friendlier towards each other is in the South or more rural black-based communities. People tend to be, and you have the coonism out there too, or coonery, however you want to improvise that word. But I mean, really, I'm starting to think that black nationalism, some aspects of it, it's just bullshit, because those attitudes of having black unity and being brothers and sisters is obviously being lost, and especially in the younger generation, especially when we're to the point where we worship hip-hop culture, or ghetto nigga culture, self-improvement, and really trying to be a hustler or a baller or whatever to impress women who like that garbage. That just shows the weakness of a man. I think it takes a weak man to really succumb to that type of peer pressure and to that desire to get with women. Because to hustle or to sell drugs or whatever, or to do illegal activities, or to just be a lazy, dumbass nigga and don't work, it only shows that a man subscribes to his desires and to the environment around him, as opposed to being strong enough to think outside of the box and really put emphasis on the things that would really help to advance his cause in life. But I do understand that many people, they just think about here and now, and they really don't have much foresight into the future. So all of these things lead to the bad state that the black community is in now. And man, being a professional or something like that is a rare thing, and it's like, wow, you know, and it's something that many black women can't stand. I mean, the ghetto black women, they can't relate to the guy, and then the professional black women are intimidated by a guy who cannot be controlled by them, or a guy who has knowledge of self, and he knows his role as a man, and he knows that he is the dominant power in the relationship. I mean, yeah, it takes two to make a good relationship, but let's be real now. The male is supposed to have a dominant role because that is his nature, to be that. And a lot of black women, they can't handle that now. So if they see a black man, I mean, wow, it's like if they see a black man who is doing something, well, it's like many black women, they turn their noses up at him as though, you know what, he's not all that. He's just a scam. Like you're some scam artist. He's just trying to play me or whatever. He really carry this attitude. And so they only feel normal when they're with a guy who is not shit at all. A guy who has to live off of them, or has to use them, or something. And all of these experiences lead to them not wanting to speak to your ass when you say hello. Now, I don't understand it. I don't think I ever will. But I have no reason to be shy from women who don't want to speak. I mean, if I speak and you don't want to speak back, well, that's just on you. I won't speak to you anymore. But I mean, really, the adversarial relationship between black men and women is ridiculous, and it's something that makes you not want to deal with it anymore at all, really. Once again, I haven't said all, but many. It's like many black women cannot stand to see a man try to succeed. And what happened to this being the backbone and the anchor, or however you want to call it, and all of this shit, when you don't even want to see your man do as good as you do, or do what a man is supposed to do in order to try to have a family and a decent life for himself. They're so used to the dysfunctional state of black men, they don't know how to deal with a black man who is trying to do the right shit. So that's a shame, and ultimately it will just push those black men who are doing the best that they can and staying out of trouble to women of other races and to foreign black women. How come the black woman in America cannot see that? Or many of them cannot see that. Some of them can, but those sisters are like so far and few in between. They're like scattered or just keeping quiet. But that's how it is right now. But when the wall of silence is finished being built, then they'll know. They will know that what the black men on YouTube are saying is the truth, and that there is no way to really deny it or run from it.